Hello everyone, my name is Emake or Emend as you guys know me, and I'm here with another video from Tom Clancy's The Division. So today I want to do something that I haven't done in a while, and this is something I actually love doing. I love to share like just tips and tricks on the Division game, and so lately I've been like, well, everybody knows everything about the game, but something really struck my mind. Not everybody is sharing a lot of details about these so-called off-meta builds. That's builds that not a lot of people are running in PvP. But in PvE, these are builds that are super viable. People are running them. And I wanted to share my build and how I run it, how I've built it, and why I run it. So today I'm going to be sharing Firecrest. And I'm sharing Firecrest not just, oh, this is a 6-piece Firecrest, this is what I do. But I'm sharing Firecrest from the perspective of a healer build, a support build, and a damage build. So how am I doing this with just one build? Well, the build is actually pretty nice. Now, let's go and read the description of Firecrest Classified. So Firecrest Classified, the improved Firecrest Classified, gives me all this good stuff. I have a 2% chance to cause an enemy to burn. Burning targets, you know, can explode, and then they burn longer. NPCs burn 25% longer for every 2,000 electronics. So I've gotten all the way to 8,000 electronics. So honestly, if I can find a way to take this 8,000 electronics and actually put to firearms, I think that's actually the way to go. Or I go all the way to 10,000 electronics where I actually get some more, you know, some more, I don't know, perks. Maybe they burn, I don't know, 75, let's say 25, 25, 25, 25. So maybe they burn an extra 125% longer for every, you know, if I get the full 2,000 electronics in there. But that's one way to go. But I'm not really sitting here trying to min-max a build for you guys. I don't really do that. Honestly, for some strange reason, once I get a build together, I just go start testing it out and then start working on it as I'm going. I guess that's min-maxing. But usually I'll stop in the middle of it and then start doing something else. This is how it is. Now, some of you are probably like, he probably ran out of Division Tech. I did not. I have a bunch of it. Like I said, it's just something that it's not really on my radar to do all the times. But let me show you my pieces, and I'll show you some pieces that I have that are pretty much, you know, confusing the way I've actually built them, but I'll tell you my recommendations, don't worry. So, chest piece, skill haste. I always want skill haste. I always want my skills to come back, and so I'll use skill haste. Now, to augment skill haste, I would suggest that you run skill haste on your mods as well. I just have electronics mods on this character. I don't know why I even bothered. I should have just run skill haste mods. And these mods are like 244, and that's because I just crafted them and I put them in there just to see if I could test this build. But honestly, this build has actually been working. The reason I haven't even made any upgrades to this build is because the build has just worked for me. I farmed all these Firecrest pieces when the last global event that had Firecrest was actually put out, and that's when I built it because I really wanted something that, you know, was out of the meta and actually test it and enjoy it. So my mask, if you look at my mask, I optimized it, but I didn't even roll skill power here. So I can get some more skill power here if I roll it, and I can tone down my electronics and bring it over here to firearms, which is going to actually allow me to unlock more weapon talents, because right now I'm having to run the low gear score weapons to get all my weapon talents unlocked. And that's the reason I'm actually, you know, using them. But if I can get more firearms, I'll be able to get a whole lot of stuff done and a whole lot of weapon talents unlocked. So knee pads. Knee pads have skill power. They have damage to elites. That's where you need to go with a build like this. I mean, you really don't have a lot of options. And then electronics, definitely, because you want to, you know, you want to get your skill power super high. And backpack, electronic skill power. It has ammo capacity. Yay. Nice addition there. And my gloves, electronics, skill haste. Now, throwing in skill haste mods are going to make things, you know, super good. And then even my, you know, my holster, skill haste. So I would suggest you run skill haste mods. Don't forget skill haste mods. Get them, put them on your gear. It will give you much more, you know, much more efficient cooldowns. And then, even for me, my performance mods here are first aid, self-heal mods. And I think I put them in there just to keep them. Or maybe I was running a first aid or something. I don't know, but I would not do that. Like if I was saying, okay, the build I actually want to build it's going to be a healer build. I'm going to get a support station healing speed mod. Now, the reason I'm going to do healing speed is because I just get a little bit more percentage healing speed for my team or for myself, anybody that's in the support station. If I was doing Reclaimer, I have everything that goes with Reclaimer. Reclaimer is a full-on healer build. This build I'm using as a healer build and then trying at the same time to get damage at the same time. So my electronics already give me some healing. I have better healing than your average 2000 electronic person. Dude, I have like maybe 4 times more. So that already gives me an advantage to be able to heal my team. If there's no Reclaimer on the team, nobody has Reclaimer or nobody wants to run a healer build, I can run a build like this. And then at the same time, I can do damage with the build based on my Dragon Breath, my flame turret here. And so the build already gives me a lot of, you know, utility with this one skill. Even though it's dangerous, you got to learn how to place it. If you place it in the wrong way or if you place it in the wrong place, then it's going to be useless. But having good cooldowns, you can blow it up and then you can place it up in the right place that you actually want it to be. So those are some of the advantages of it. So I get so much damage here, and then using talents like Wildfire just gives me a 30% chance to actually burn targets within a 10-meter radius, which NPCs usually stand around that radius once in a while. And so this gives me damage and gives me healing. So I have a build that's not just spec'd into one thing, but actually gives me a slew of other, you know, resources. Now, if there's another Reclaimer in the build, I can then use this build as a support build in a sense of utility. So I can then switch out my support station. I already have Predatory on my weapons to heal. Let me show you my weapons. Both weapons have Predatory. So I can heal myself, but I have to get kills. So I can go ahead and I can change my skills, moving them from, you know, moving from the support station. I can go and get a Cluster Seeker Mine, replacing that, and that goes. Like, I'll do this on the fly as the game is going. You know, if I just look at everybody's skills, I see that somebody's a Reclaimer. You know if someone's a Reclaimer when you stand in that support station. You see everything, you know, all the support station mods active. You see it all under your character, and that's how you know there's a Reclaimer. So you can go ahead and make adjustments. You can go with Sticky Bomb. This does bleed damage, so usually, well, if somebody else has a support station, somebody else is running a turret, so maybe someone else is even a Firecrest user. So we have 2 skill power users. Well, I can just go Sticky Bomb and I can go Cluster. Then my talents are already ready to go because I usually go in just set up like this. So I have Demolition Expert, which gives me a 20% explosion damage increase for 15 seconds once I kill a hostile with an explosion. So that, including my Shrapnel, which helps me bleed, that actually works. Now, I don't know why I said Shrapnel with my turret. I meant Wildfire, so forgive me for doing that. Probably put a little wording in the video just to address that. But with Shrapnel and with Demolition Expert, you can do a lot more and you can kill a lot more people. In fact, legendary missions are actually much easier when you have a bunch of skill power people that know what to do actually run them. So this is my Firecrest build. This is how I run it, and it's not perfect in any sense. In fact, it's far from perfect. But even at the way it is, it's one of my loadouts. It's saved this way. Imagine if I were to put in some time and effort to actually min-max this. And, you know, the min-max version is going to have, you know, certain things on here like the chest piece is going to have ammo capacity, so I can shoot a little bit more, even though I don't want to, depend too much on my, my weapon. It would also have, where I go into the optimization station and get all my stats super high. So I can probably, leverage some of this electronics here from mods. I can change, move some mods and move them to firearms. So I can stay, at 8,000 electronics and be fine there and get these firearms to unlock some 256 gear score stats for me. So a lot of things that you can do with Firecrest, those 3 things you can use as a utility, you can use as a healer build, and you can use as a damage build. And so that's one of the reasons I actually like Firecrest. So if you have Firecrest sitting in your stash, don't sleep on this gear set, man. The classified is actually pretty good. It does require a different gameplay style. It's not a shooter or a gun heavy gameplay requirement, but it does do a good job. If you know how to use it, if you want to use it, if you're new to the game, this is also going to be helpful. Don't throw away your Firecrest. I got these in the last global event, so I think the next global event, the last global event that actually was that had Firecrest available, that's how I got my pieces. So if you're looking for Firecrest pieces, I would say, keep farming. You'll probably get them drop. You know, it's not one of the gear sets that are the most sought, so its drop rates are actually much more frequent than, you know, Striker or maybe Predator's Mark or Nomad. I don't know, for different people anyways. So that's all I have to share. Please go ahead and leave, you know, schematics for your Firecrest build. If you have a Firecrest build, if you're a Firecrest player, I want to see what you guys are doing, and I might be able to get some, you know, hints and some notes and, you know, update my build as I go on. So thanks for your time and your audience, and I appreciate you guys very much, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Peace.